What if your whole life became a journey toward enlightenment, meditating for thousands of hours, reading every sacred text, traveling across the world to meet enlightened masters, only to discover that everything you did made enlightenment less likely? This is the central paradox of Buddhism. Most people believe Buddha achieved enlightenment because he tried harder than everyone else. But according to the tradition itself, the opposite happened. He became Buddha only after abandoning the person who wanted to become Buddha. And that is why almost none of us will ever reach the same destination. Not because we lack intelligence, not because we lack discipline, but because the one pursuing enlightenment is the very obstacle standing in its way. This idea is almost impossible for the modern mind to accept. Our culture teaches us that every problem can be solved through effort. Want to become rich? Work harder. Want to become healthier? Exercise more. Want happiness? Optimize your habits. Everything is another project, another achievement, another mountain to climb. Naturally, we treat spirituality the same way. We build the perfect meditation routine. We buy books. We count streaks. We compare ourselves to others. We try to become more peaceful than yesterday. Yet every improvement quietly reinforces one dangerous assumption. I am someone who needs to become something else. That single belief creates endless suffering, because the self trying to improve is the illusion Buddhism asks us to question. You cannot polish an illusion until it becomes real. You can only see through it. The trap of becoming. The historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, understood ambition better than almost anyone. He was born into extraordinary privilege. He possessed wealth, power, comfort, everything people spend their lives pursuing, yet none of it satisfied him, so he left everything behind. But then something fascinating happened. He simply exchanged one ambition for another. Instead of becoming a successful prince, he tried becoming the perfect ascetic. He starved himself, barely slept, pushed his body to the edge of death. If extreme discipline could produce enlightenment, he would surely succeed. It didn't. Years of unimaginable effort brought him no closer to freedom. Then came the moment that changed history. He accepted a simple bowl of rice from a young woman. His fellow ascetics were horrified. They believed he had failed, given up, become weak. In reality, he had abandoned something far more important, the obsession with becoming. Only then did he sit beneath the Bodhi tree, not determined to conquer enlightenment, but simply willing to see reality exactly as it was. That subtle difference changed everything. The ego's favorite costume. Here is something uncomfortable. The ego loves spirituality, not because it wants freedom, because it wants superiority. It enjoys being more mindful than others, more disciplined, more awakened, more detached. It secretly transforms enlightenment into another identity. I meditate every day. I understand Buddhism. I've transcended ordinary people. Notice what remains in every sentence. The ego is astonishingly adaptable. If wealth cannot inflate it, humility can. If success cannot strengthen it, failure can. Even saying, "I have no ego," often becomes proof that the ego is alive. This is why Zen masters frequently laughed at students who proudly announced spiritual achievements. Every achievement became another prison. Imagine trying to catch your own shadow. The faster you run, the faster it follows. The harder you chase enlightenment, the stronger the one chasing appears. Why modern life makes it even harder. Our world runs on identity. Every platform asks the same question. Who are you? What do you do? What have you achieved? How many followers? How productive? How successful? Identity has become a permanent performance. We constantly construct ourselves. Every photo says something. Every purchase says something. Every opinion becomes part of a personal brand. Buddhism asks an almost offensive question. What if none of that is you? Modern technology amplifies comparison. Social media doesn't simply show other lives. It strengthens the illusion of a separate self constantly competing. Every notification feeds desire. Every algorithm rewards attachment. Every endless scroll trains the mind to seek the next experience. The Buddha called this craving. Today we carry it inside our pockets. Ironically, many people even turn spirituality into content. Meditation becomes aesthetic. Wisdom becomes branding. Silence becomes performance. The ego adapts faster than our awareness. The door that cannot be forced open. There is an old Zen story. A student asked his master, "How long will it take me to become enlightened?" The master replied, 10 years. The student answered, "What if I practice twice as hard?" The master smiled, 20 years. It sounds absurd, until you understand the point. Every desperate effort quietly assumes that the present moment is not enough, that fulfillment exists somewhere else, some future version of yourself. But awakening is never experienced in the future. It can only exist now. The future is always imagination. The past is memory. Reality has only one address, the present. Trying to force enlightenment is like trying to smooth water using your hands. Every movement creates more ripples. Only stillness allows the surface to become clear. The final irony. Perhaps the title of this video was misleading. You may never become Buddha, because Buddhism never promised you would. In fact, it questions the very idea of someone becoming anything. This doesn't mean life becomes meaningless, quite the opposite. When there is no desperate need to become someone else, life begins to unfold with surprising simplicity. A meal becomes enough, a conversation becomes enough, walking becomes enough, breathing becomes enough. Nothing magical changes, yet everything changes. The prison was never the world. It was the endless attempt to manufacture a better version of yourself. Perhaps enlightenment isn't gaining extraordinary wisdom. Perhaps it is losing the illusion that there was ever someone incomplete. The Buddha did not become special. He simply stopped believing the story that kept everyone else trapped. And maybe the question was never, how do I become Buddha? Maybe the real question is, what remains when there is nobody left trying to become anything? Sit with that question, not to answer it, but to notice what happens when, for just one moment, you stop trying. Because sometimes the greatest obstacle to finding the path is believing there is somewhere else to go.